Please be seated. I'm Glenn McConnell, class of 1969 and president of the College of Charleston. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the College of Charleston Spring Commencement. This is truly a special day, not only for you, but for your family, your friends, and for our entire campus community. It is a day of endings and a day of beginnings. As we all know, graduation is not the culmination of years, is the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. The road here was not easy. It was never intended to be. A College of Charleston education is not for the faint of heart. Our faculty challenged you. They demanded the best of you. They pushed you to think clearly, deeply, and independently. You weathered those tests and have proven yourself indeed worthy of a College of Charleston degree. For us, the trustees, administrators, faculty, staff, parents, family members, friends, and loved ones, we all have the great honor of sharing in this, your moment of triumph. Please stand as Carrie Taylor, who graduated yesterday with a music degree and a concentration in vocal performance, sings our national anthem.
Much shorter than yesterday. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, while bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Carrie. That was simply beautiful, just beautiful. Today is a day when we as a university perform our most important annual tradition, sending out into the world a class of newly minted graduates, class of 2018. I'm so proud of you for making it to this moment. I know what you have gone through to get to where you are right now. The all-nighters, frantically typing your 20-page papers, and for some of you, working up until the last minute before your exam or project is due. You may have stressed at times, but you never gave up because you had the drive and discipline. In those moments, you discovered new depths of strength you did not know that you had. And that's what we saw in you when you applied to the college, and today you have justified our confidence in you. All along, we knew you were different. You were smart, curious, and adventurous in ways that others weren't. Early on, we saw the dreamer and the leader, the innovator in you. And those are the things we work to cultivate. As our faculty can attest, you have learned many, many lessons during the course of your college career. However, two important teachers, ones not dressed in academic robes and regalia, are present here today as well. The physical campus and our college traditions. They too have knowledge to impart. 4 lessons that will stay with you for a lifetime. The first lesson is a message that comes from the second stanza of our alma mater, and it proclaims, "Loyal sons and daughters, love thee, strive to conquer and prevail." This is what a College of Charleston education is meant to do. The world does not need another cog in the machine. You're to go forth, take risk, live the life extraordinary, make the world a better place. For a College of Charleston graduate, that is how we conquer and prevail, and you will. I know firsthand the power of this place. The guidance I received here, both from my professors and my fellow classmates, was transformative. It shaped my career as a lawyer, as a public servant, and continues to shape me now as a university president. I do not speak lightly when I say that I owe everything to this school. I believe that you will come to learn this as well. The second lesson can be found on the front of your program, where you will see the college's seal. It states, "Wisdom itself is liberty." Remember that, because it is your education, your ability to learn and adapt, that will give you the freedom to realize your dreams. The degree you receive here today provides a foundation upon which you will construct lives and careers as grand and breathtaking as Randolph Hall. Our next lesson, taken from the Aeneid and etched in iron upon the gates leading into Cougar Mall, tells us that, and I paraphrase, "To remember these things may bring us pleasure." The poet Virgil understood the need for thoughtful reflection, and he reminds us to appreciate our experiences, both the good and the bad, because all of it shapes us. Our last lesson is found in the Greek phrase on Porter's Lodge. It sounds deceptively simple, but it represents the incredible complexity of the human spirit. Know thyself is not so much a lesson, really, but a charge to never stop learning. These 4 lessons, visible on campus and written into our traditions, have always resonated with me. In my own life, I found that by coming back to campus, my mind and spirit were re-energized and my curiosity reignited. This place is my intellectual home, and it is yours as well. As you will soon learn, today is not the conclusion of your College of Charleston experience. Far from it. Today is simply a new chapter. And after today, your personal journeys will take you places you can't even envision right now. I know when I graduated from the college 49 years ago, I didn't have a clue what the world had in store for me. So don't be nervous, that's how it's supposed to be. One thing that I do know, you will forever stand out as you pursue careers in the arts, business, humanities, technology, education, the sciences. You will perceive possibility where others only see dead ends. You will challenge the status quo. You will be an agent of change. And you will discover that your star, yes, your star, it burns brighter. So class of 2018, remember well these 2 teachers. The physical campus and the traditions the college have taught you to always strive to conquer and prevail, to never stop learning so that your life will be marked by wisdom and liberty, to remember fondly everything about your College of Charleston experience, and most importantly, to know thyself. You will find that these lessons will always ring true. Congratulations, class of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, for the conferring of the honorary degrees, I will now be joined by the chair of our Board of Trustees, David Hay. Trustee Greg Padgett and John Bush, would you please escort Linda G. Kettner to the lectern? Trustee Frank Gadsden, please join me at the lectern. I am honored to introduce Linda G. Katner. Through her civic involvement in numerous organizations and equally extensive philanthropy, she works tirelessly to ensure that every member of our community has affordable access to a dignified life. She serves as a shining example of the power of community engagement.
It is an honor to hereby present Linda G. Kettner, trailblazing businesswoman and prominent civic leader in the city of Charleston, founder of the Mayor's Council on Homelessness and Affordable Housing, and a leader of numerous initiatives designed to improve the quality of life for Lowcountry residents, making her a fitting candidate for the College Doctor of Humane Letters.
Linda G. Kettner, your unbridled drive and deep commitment to all members of our community are profound, honorable, and empowering. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I declare Linda G. Katner is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Katner. Trustees Demetria Clemens and Cherry Daniel, would you please escort Brucey Howell Hendricks to the lectern? Trustee Renee Romberger, please join me at the lectern as well. I am honored to introduce Brucey Howell Hendricks, a graduate of the class of 1983. She went on to receive her Juris Doctor degree from the University of South Carolina School of Law in 1990. In her work as a federal judge with the Bridge Program, she lent her expertise to implement the Collegiate Recovery Program, which assists students with substance and/or addictive disorders.
It is my distinct honor to hereby present Bruce Howell Hendricks, a venerated and visionary United States District Judge for the District of South Carolina, who has worked to provide rehabilitative services to individuals with substance abuse problems in order to promote community safety, reduce recidivism, and assist with offender rehabilitation by implementing a blend of treatment and sanction alternatives, making her a most fitting candidate for the College of Charleston's Doctor of Humane Letters.
Bruce Howe Hendricks, your abiding commitment to the country's justice system and your crucial role in championing education for all Americans are honorable and praiseworthy. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I declare Bruce Howell Hendricks is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Hendricks. It is now my pleasure to say a few more words about Dr. Hendricks before she takes the lectern as our commencement speaker. We're extremely fortunate to have Dr. Hendricks with us today. She is an incredibly inspiring and accomplished woman. She is the first woman from Charleston to hold the position of United States District Judge. Dr. Hendricks also holds the prestigious honor of being previously awarded the College of Charleston Distinguished Alumni Award in 2015. Before I turn the lectern over to Dr. Hendricks, I would like to recognize her husband, Teddy Hendricks, that is with us today. Would you please stand? Thank you. With that, the stage is yours, Dr. Hendricks.
To President McConnell, Provost McGee, deans, members of the faculty, friends and family, and most importantly, to the members of the class of 2018, congratulations! It is a grand, grand honor to be here today for your matriculation on the cistern in the holy city, under these oaks. I mean, talk about major shade thrown. For us, it's not euphemistic, it's literal. Look at where you are. But President McConnell, honestly, I have to ask, how smart can any of these graduates actually be? I'm dubious. I'm sorry, moms and dads. I know you've invested a lot for your kids to be here today. And by a lot, I simply mean an amount of money exactly proportional to the incredible value of the internationally renowned academic instruction your kids have received and of the diploma you had no doubts they would eventually obtain. And of course, everybody's pawpaws and meemaws are in town. Shoot, I'm a fairly newly minted meemaw myself. I get it. There's probably a fancy brunch reserved down at Charleston Place or a picnic on the Battery. It's a big occasion. But to tell you the truth, I have to question the intelligence of any student who would actually be here today. I mean, why in the world would you ever want to graduate from God's school, the College of Charleston? You do realize you go to school on the beach, right? Like with dolphins and stuff? A sailing team? Poseidon? The Little Mermaid? They literally have a surfing major here now with some Laird Hamilton impersonator. There's ivy and Spanish moss, and cobblestones and columns and rickshaws. There are rickshaws everywhere, like where you don't have to do any of the work kind of rickshaws. And our basketball team just made the NCAA tournament. And Bill Murray comes to our games. I know you all weren't even born at the height of his comedic powers, but he was like Amy Schumer and Tiffany Haddish and Jimmy Fallon all rolled into one. And I'm sure you can find some of his movies on your hula hoop or your ruckus or your fishnet flicks or whatever you kids are watching movies on. But seriously, where in the world do you think you're going tomorrow? This place is extra AF, and hey, that was just for you kids. Don't please interpret it for your parents, okay? So everywhere else on the planet is going to be a devastating demotion. Trust me, I'm a constitutionally, presidentially appointed Article III federal judge, and I'd move into a dilapidated row house on Cumming Street tomorrow with my paddleboard in 2 seconds. Did I mention ivy in the Atlantic Ocean and yoga pants everywhere? Truthfully, this whole 4 years has been some kind of huge King Solomon's gambit. If you actually want a diploma from the College of Charleston, you clearly don't deserve one. Now, for some of you, this is year 5 or 6 or 7, and to you I say, well done. That shows some perspective. But I'd like to especially recognize all your classmates smart enough not to even be here today. Those are the geniuses. So here's to the ones down on Folly right now, or fishing Shem Creek, or at Kudu, or Black Tap, or Caviar and Bananas. You know, it isn't even really clear to me why I'm here right now. Geez Louise. Now, maybe you're unaware, but RTW and Gucci are right around the corner. And the only real explanation I can give for why any of us would ever want to leave the beauty and history and passion and cuisine and adult beverages of this place is that as much as we all need the College of Charleston, and as easy as it would be just to sunbathe on the cistern for the rest of our days, and as tempting as it might be to apply to be a grad assistant to the hot surfing teacher, this world desperately needs you more. Have you all been on Twitter in the last, 5 years? It's mayhem out there. I think the kids call it a dumpster fire. We have world leaders who shall remain nameless, calling each other by Elton John song titles, apparently to great diplomatic success. Who knew? There's Black Twitter and racist white people Twitter, and apparently we've all donated our organs to something called Face Mash. You millennials, you all jumped off Facebook years ago and left all the rest of us looking like idiots. Seriously, can you all give us just a little heads up on this stuff? I realize the entire point is to actually hide from everyone under the age of about 29, but when you guys see the so-called dumpster fire brewing, it'd just be polite to tip us off a little. I'm pretty sure my entire identity is being used by that Fortnite player Ninja right now. But today is really a symbolic act. Graduating the College of Charleston isn't just a supreme accolade, although it is indeed that. You should be very proud. At bottom, though, it is a sacrifice. And basically, all transitions are sacrifice. Changing jobs, moving homes, getting married, having kids, graduating schools. But it is especially true for those of you willing to leave our beloved College of Charleston today. To leave the familiar and the comfortable and the satiating, to leave what many of you all believe were the best days of your life on the belief that there is something for you to accomplish in this world is a kind of maturity and selflessness. And that's what real adulthood is. To put down fun things for satisfying ones. To put down careless things for responsible ones. To put down fleeting things for committed ones. To put down individual things for global ones. To put down immediate things for long-term ones. When you walk this stage today, it is a physical manifestation of your commitment to serve others over yourself. You might not think of it that way, but it is. You don't have to be here today. You could have been selfish and stayed, eaten more, partied harder, spent more of your parents' Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum. You could have either hoarded this experience a little longer or you could have quit altogether. But graduation today says that you want to be a citizen of the world, that you've accepted the challenge. And it's a world apparently rampant with sexual assault, police brutality, school shootings, cyber terrorism, and an opioid and substance abuse crisis. Donald Glover's recent video has given us a harrowing view. But it is also a world of renewed activism and criminal justice reform and collegiate recovery programs and new industry and artificial intelligence and something called a blockchain and unprecedented opportunity to literally touch the entire globe. I run one of the oldest federal drug courts in the country. These are people who have completely destabilized their lives and who are facing serious jail time. It's a kind of picture, an epitome of what selfish really does to all of us. We are all at bottom addicts. The real long-term solution to these defendants' sickness is service. The only way they permanently heal is to commit to helping others do the same, to graduate from a life focused on their own needs and progress to one about others. It is the medicine for all of us. Dylan Roof and the atrocity at AME is not new, unfortunately. In the 1990s, as an assistant United States attorney, I prosecuted the burning of 2 historic black churches in Williamsburg and Clarendon counties by the Ku Klux Klan. I remember one of the defendants, a young Klansman I prosecuted, told me how as a boy that he had actually sat many Sundays in an oak tree, very similar to those here today, outside and over one of the very historic churches he eventually burned to the ground. He would sit and listen to the beautiful hymns that the black congregants would sing before he burned the church down. In his sickness, his selfishness, he could not see them even over the testimony of their own songs. You've all been given a set of tools here at the College of Charleston, intellectual tools, problem-solving tools, interpersonal tools, cultural tools, spiritual tools. They can be turned selfishly inward. And if they are, they will lead inevitably to a kind of corruption and sickness, maybe not racial, but maybe financial or physical or relational. The very worst use of your diploma today is you. You might as well take off that robe and go surf some more. Hoarding your diploma for exclusively personal gain and prestige would be equivalent to your never having left here in the first place. But if you set this diploma loose unto the world, you will heal and protect your own self in the process and almost certainly make some difference in the world. So, metaphorically speaking, get the heck out of here. Some of you are sticking around town here in Charleston, going to grad school, starting work, near and far. But in a literary sense, you must leave. Please come back and visit. Please, please send your generous tax-deductible donations. Share your stories, support on-campus initiatives like the Collegiate Recovery Program, which focuses on substance abuse addiction among students. But in the sense of your perspective, you must go. Walk away from the fun and the careless and the fleeting and the individual and the immediate and run towards the satisfying and the responsible and the committed and the global and the lasting. Congratulations We are all proud Cougars today for what you have accomplished. And in the immortal words of Lil Pump that have defined a generation, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Okay, settle down. Thank you for being with us, Dr. Hendricks, and thank you for your remarks. If you're a parent with excess Bitcoin money, we are happy to talk to you. I am Provost Brian McGee, and it is my pleasure to announce our William Aiken Fellows. We are pleased to recognize our graduating class of the Aiken Fellow Society. These students are the ones bearing medals hanging from gold and maroon ribbons. Aiken Fellows are all members of our Honors College and were recruited to the College of Charleston based on superior academic performance. As Aiken Fellows, they have participated in a range of activities aimed at their development as scholars and professionals in their fields of choice. All 30 Aiken Fellows are graduating with Latin honors. 18 are graduating summa cum laude, 6 are graduating magna cum laude, and 6 are graduating cum laude. 4 are graduating with a 4.0 perfect grade point average and are recipients of the John Lewis Gervais Jr. Award. 22 had international experiences and all were involved in substantive research in their fields. 1 is a Fulbright Scholar, a Noah Holling Scholar, and a Goldwater Scholar. Another is a Rotary Global Scholar and a Fulbright Summer Institute Scholar. 3 are Fulbright semifinalists. 12 are heading to graduate or professional school, 8 of those with funding. 23 presented their work at academic or professional conferences, and 28 performed at least one internship or some other work experience relevant to their interests. 1 is a recipient of this year's Bishop Robert Smith Award, 1 the Alexander Chambliss Connolly Award, and 1 received the Alumni Medal. Would the William Aiken Fellows present at this ceremony please stand? Congratulations, you may be seated. At this morning's ceremony, we have 4 students who have earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Please stand as I call your name. Austin Mark Fitzhenry, a major in biology. Neil Elizabeth Gallagher, a major in finance. Lindsay Balera Lane, a major in business administration. And Julie Rose Reguel, a major in biology. Congratulations to these 4 incredible students. You may be seated. Next, we will hear from representatives of the senior class and Student Government Association. Evan Bailey will make remarks on behalf of his senior classmates. He is the recipient of the Bishop Robert Smith Award, the highest honor a graduating student can receive at the College of Charleston. The Bishop Robert Smith Award, named for the College of Charleston founder and first president, was established by former President Theodore Stern to recognize students who demonstrate exceptional leadership and academic excellence. Evan, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, Evan, and you may be seated. Before Evan presents his remarks, Alexandra Helfgott, President of the Student Government Association, will speak on behalf of the undergraduate student body.
If there's anything we've learned in college, it's that time passes quickly. In the season of graduation, we spend a lot of time reflecting on the past and looking forward toward the future, which is important and meaningful, but it also makes it easy to overlook the present. This very moment, as we sit in the cistern and celebrate the official end of your undergraduate careers. We as students spend years pushing ourselves, striving for excellence, and always thinking about the next step or chapter, which often means missing what is right in front of us, and today is no exception. As we sit in the cistern right now, I know our minds are drawn elsewhere. First to the heat and the sweat running down our backs, and next to the post-graduation, yes, okay, and next to the post-graduation dinner and celebration plans. Thoughts like, will my name be pronounced properly, and how much longer is this going to last, are running through many heads, but for 1 second, stop. Try to be fully present, letting those other thoughts drift aside. This ceremony celebrates the culmination of years of hard work, and I challenge all of you to be mindful, to be present in this very moment, because it will be over sooner than any of us can imagine. It will quickly become another memory that fades with time, only to be revitalized with the help of pictures. Life is a collection of moments just like this one, and if we allow ourselves to mentally escape, either into the past or the future, we miss out on the present. Memories fade, but feelings last a lifetime. So savor this moment and know that you did it, class of 2018. You made it.
Trust the process. I think artist J. Cole said it best. There is beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success. And that is one of the most important lessons I've learned here in my time at the college. Whether we were doing it consciously or not, we trusted a process to get to where we are now. Without the process, we would not all be sitting on the stage, dressed in all white, looking this good, in the center of the most beautiful campus in America, yep. Ready to be handed our diplomas. Without the process, a group of 5 seniors who won 9 basketball games their freshman year would not have been able to play in the NCAA tournament their senior year. And luckily, we're all graduating today in this ceremony. All love to my brothers Nick, John, Cam, Joe, and Max. Our goals are nothing but dreams that will never come true without the process, and nothing good was made possible without the struggle that preceded it. Another lesson that I learned as part of my process is that people will forget what you said and forget what you did, but they will never forget the way you made them feel. I can honestly say the people here at the college in the city of Charleston have left their mark on me because of the joy they have brought to my process. Because of this community, I will live the rest of my life trying to make people feel the same joy these 4 years have brought to me. I want to thank everyone I've ever met here at the college and everyone who has made it possible to have this great 4 years. But most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents for giving me everything I could ever ask for and more. They trusted my process, and I want to make them proud in everything I do. Thank you all, and go Cougars. Now I'd like to welcome Michael Renault, class of 1995, the year a lot of us were born, who will speak on behalf of the Alumni Association members.
Well played. Well played. Well played is all I can say. I've got nothing. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here with us. It's an honor and a privilege to be here at the graduation ceremony today. As president of the Alumni Association, I welcome all of you as our newest members as you join our family of nearly 80,000 alumni of the College of Charleston. You'll be a member of the Alumni Association that was founded in 1888, and it exists to promote the welfare of the college. This is your association, and I encourage you to become actively involved, like so many others before you and so many after. This is your time at the college. Take advantage of everything that the college and the Alumni Association has to offer you in the days, months, and years ahead. As you get ready to start this new phase of your life, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you as someone who participated, as Evan said, a long time ago, 23 years. Make the most of the education that you received here. You're all very well prepared for whatever path life leads you. The friends you made here will become some of the best friends that you will ever have, I promise. Stay connected with each of them and stay connected with the college. And come back for many events, including a Charleston Affair, basketball games, and all of the events throughout the year. It'll be worth it. Get involved. We've got 30 alumni chapters throughout the country, and we even have 3 overseas, and we're constantly adding more every year. If you move to a city that has a chapter, get involved. If there's not a chapter in that area, let us know. We can help you get one started. Lastly, give back. Keep a philanthropic spirit with you always. It's our duty to give back to our alma mater and lay the groundwork for those that will come after us and will be able to experience everything that we have while we're here. There's a tradition at the college that involves your class rings. Before graduation, you wear the ring with the seal facing in. But now on graduation day, I'm pleased to tell you you can turn the seal out. That signifies that you're now an alumni of the college. You can turn your rings now. Congratulations and good luck to all of you. Please remember the College and Alumni Association will always be here for you. Lastly, I want to recognize and thank the members of the Student Alumni Associates. They're serving as the marshals for today's commencement ceremonies. It would not be possible without all of their hard work leading up to, including today. So thank you.
Thank you, Michael. We have already celebrated 2-degree presentations, and now we celebrate 800 more. Provost McGee, will you join me in presenting the Audium Baccalaureatus degrees? Here at the College of Charleston, the Audium Baccalaureatus degree, the AB degree in classics, requires significant coursework in both Greek and Latin. AB majors at other universities require significant coursework in only Greek or Latin. The College of Charleston has awarded this degree for more than 2 centuries. That grand tradition continues today. Will the following candidates please come to center stage? John Michael Baldy, a major in computer science. Monica Elizabeth Conley, a double major in biology and psychology. Eliana Rose Crowder, a triple major in astrophysics, mathematics, and physics. James K. Ford, a major in marine biology. Austin Albert Parker, a major in business administration. And Colby James Williamson, a major in biology. I ask those on stage to remain seated. However, it is a tradition that the audience stand when this degree is awarded. Will the audience in the assistant yard please rise? Curatoribus, auctoritatem tribuentibus, hos juvenes in humanioribus literae preclare, eruditos ad gradum Audium Baccalaureatus admissi. Congratulations. Congratulations. The audience may be seated. Now, joining us in awarding the bachelor's degrees will be Chair Hay, Dr. Hendricks, and Executive Vice President of Student Affairs, Alicia Cardell, Professor David Wyman from the Department of Management and Marketing, and Professor John Hackala from the Department of Physics and Astronomy, and Associate Dean of the Graduate School will announce the names and majors of our graduates. Upon the successful completion of all degree requirements, and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the bachelor degree candidates of 2018. Jonathan came up and said he
Okay, we got it? Got it. Okay. Thank you. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Business will be Dean Alan Schau. For the bachelor's degree in accounting, joining us will be Professor Roger Daniels, chair of the department. Khalil Ali Aberdaman, accounting. Maggie Therese Bader. Mallory Page Banks. Stephanie Leah Baril. Also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism, management, and business administration. Krista Bello, cum laude. Brandon Nicholas Blackwell, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Finance and Honors College. The Honors College certificates were awarded by Dean Tricia Bowles Bennett at a separate ceremony. Brandy Nicole Bolin, Megan Nicole Burks, Mary Beth Casaro, cum laude, Hannah Catherine Kramer, David Jared Deitz, Sean Patrick Donahue, John Dobson Donovan Jr., Tara Catherine Dumphy, Lily Anna English, cum laude, Jordan Lynn Farley, cum laude, Hannah Elizabeth Gagnon, Allison Lynn Hager, Jack Thomas Hennessy, Garrett Alaric Hill, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Benjamin Lee Hillebrand, cum laude. Mary Hayes Hutto. Ryan L. Jackson. Jordan Marcel Jones. Christopher Jack Kienzel, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for finance. Elizabeth Grace Kershey. Kyle William Leonard. Julia May Lines. Isabel Marie Maya, cum laude. Anastasia Olivia Maley, cum laude. Kelly Nicole McMurray. Kayla Nicole Meyer. Paige Claire Mesher, cum laude, also meets requirements for finance. Cesar Murillo Jr. Jacob Wade Nelson. Chelsea Brooke Norton. Caroline Elizabeth O'Loughlin. Christopher Hans Prater. Madeline Miche Rogers, cum laude. Charlotte Barnett Rolston, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. John Wesley Ropp IV. Samuel Fitzpatrick Tillman. Amanda Lee Thomas. Madison Nicole Threat. Daniel Edil Beato Torres. Johanna Bailey Watzka, cum laude. Logan Beatrice Williams, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in business administration, joining us will be Professor Carrie Messel, associate chair of the department. Lauren Alina Adams also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Jack Edgar Addison also meets requirements for computer information systems. Daria Ali Alkan. Emily Louise Alvarez. Austin Nash Anderson. Christopher Keene Andrews. Molly Stearns Badger. William Jackson Bales. Gabrielle Elizabeth Bailey. Sloan Ingram Baker. Nolan Alexander Barrett. Leanne Baris. Ashley Page Bass. Jamie Baum. Carlos Bruce Bennett. Lindsay Michelle Benton. Michael Andrew Bischoff. Tyler Jacob Bishop. Paul Edwin Burdick, Jr. Gloria Renee Burke, cum laude, also meets requirements for mathematics and the Honors College. Crispin Elizabeth Busima. Sarah Marie Bush. Allison Nicole Camp. Bridget Erica Kenny also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Alexa Ann Carey, cum laude, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Daniel Vance Carroll. Joseph Emmanuel Chile. Neen Citizen. Maxwell David Clemens. Chandler Denning Cogan. Nicole Elise Cohen. Joshua David Coleman. Arette Contreras. Kate Morgan Conway. Marjorie Elise Corbin. Michael John Cunningham. Megan Lindsley Daly. Brady Hughes Dashil. Anthony Stephen Dissou. Caitlin Elizabeth Donahue. Alexa Page Nicole Dowd, Delaney Dockham Driggers, Taylor Victoria Dupree, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management, cum laude. Chad Stephen Easterly, magna cum laude. John E. Eck, Zachary East Elias, Miranda Jade Elvis, Lorenz Valen Esposito, Juan Cruz Estavarina, Brooke Taylor Irick, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. James Churchill Farley, also meets requirements for biology. Michael David Felber, Hudson Elliott Ferguson, Joseph Richard Forelli, Shelby Alexis Funches, Riley Christopher Gardner, Ashley Lan Gary Tano, Josephine Pia Lavisa Garten, Hannah Elaine Geiger, Edison Alexander Geller, cum laude, Meredith Ann Gittings, cum laude, Jalisa Antoinette Gonzalez Zeminski, Lorraine Hack, Brielle Lynn Habersad, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Preston Daniel Hall, Stephen Hamaker, Theodore Hampton Jr., William Harley Hans, Sydney Marie Harris, Walker Howard Harris, Isabel Carla Hurd, Brady James Himpel, Caroline Braun Horan, cum laude, Callie Therese Hutchins, Jessica Carol Icon Amides, Charlotte Grace Isaacs, Aisha Yolanda Jakes, Heather Jameson, David Isaac Jurel, Cameron Ricardo Johnson, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management, Max Kaufman, Adam Shigeo Kawamoto, Kurt Daniel Karer, Christopher Kirschbaum, Ian Patton Cordonis, Vebjorn Krovo, Patricia Ann Kuniansky, Lindsay Balera Lane, Lucas Cole Langston, Jack Leffel, Caroline Elizabeth Latimer, Joshua Ellis Love, Amy Lee Lovington, also meets requirements for studio art, Joshua Calvin Llewellyn, Christina Grace Lyon, Madison Ray Lytle, Tyler Paul McNeil, Mitchell William Madera, Tyler Isaac Malkin, Elizabeth Spencer Marshall, Jordan Lee Maslanik, cum laude, Alexander Tyler Matheson, Hampton Mead Maxwell, Anna Lane Mayo, cum laude, Shepard Cross Macaulay, Austin McDonough Fisher, Connor James McCarthy, Nicholas James McKinley, Travis Warrington McGowan, Michael David McKeon, Andrew Patrick McMahon, Derek William Mahaney, Colby Allen Merck, Carolyn Joy McCucci, Eric B. Myodowski, Brittany Owens Morgan, Colby James Morris, Shanley Heifer Nobansky Mulholland, Kristen Nicole Mummy, cum laude. Jack Kavanaugh Murphy, Tyler Namowitz, Stephen James Donahue, Austin Albert Parker, Morgan Elizabeth Parker, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management, Charles David Pendergrass III, Kathleen Page Perry, Brandon James Phillip, Faith Victoria Price, John Joseph Price, Jack Bay Rich, Jacqueline Marie Reiner, Elizabeth Joy Reppan, Nicholas F. Richardson, Gregory Drews Riska, William Roberts IV, Gordon Brandon Romans, Maxwell Abraham Rose, Deirdre Alexa Russo, Joseph Isaiah Rutledge, John Marion Sadler Jr., magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Nicholas Christopher Saunders, Matthew Shiflett, Jenna Page Shippey, summa cum laude, Tyler Alexander Sigvald, Jackson Silverstein, Ann Laird Simpson, Samuel Gray Sims, Vincent Joseph Sims, Benjamin Thomas Smith, William Robert Spitzer, Abigail Jane Steer, cum laude, Chase Alexander Stevens, Michael Stefan Stevens, Alexandra Dean Stewart also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Brianna Nicole Stewart, Victoria Patricia Swanson, Gina Frances Tamburi, Nicholas Jordan Tenus, Dalton Hunter Tanton, Deanna Tanisha Thomas, Harrison James Tobin, Samuel Caudle Tribble, Kenneth Brandon Turner, Jordan Ross Vecchi Anno, Monica Norman Vanderbeck also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Emily Madison Vaughn, Megan Renee Walling, Jarvis Washington, Sage Renee Waterworth, Garrett O'Leary Weir, Sam Aaron Wiseman, Nathan Robert Wiest also meets requirements for psychology, Jessica Lynn Williams, Charlotte Banning Winkler, Albert Wellis Worthen, Emma Jane Wyckoff, Zachary Mark Zulumis, Isabella Ivy Zollinger. For the bachelor's degree in commercial real estate, joining us will be Professor Wei-Shen Wang, chairman of the department. Today's graduates are the first for this program. Tristan Scott Nord, Reed Summers Reynolds, Jeremy Tucker. For the bachelor's degree in economics, joining us will be Professor Calvin Blackwell, chair of the department. Caroline Hemstreet Carmichael, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Francesca Annalisa Howard also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lana Genevieve Kelly, magna cum laude. Alex Charles Lighty, magna cum laude. Nicholas George Madekis. Meg M. Montgomery, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Trevor Charles Padol, cum laude, also meets requirements for urban studies. Alexa Ann Parata. Ian Rogers Schenkel. Emily Teresa Schlapp. Christina Marie Wright. For the bachelor's degree in finance, rejoining us will be Professor Wei-Shen Wang, chair of the department. Aloha Wishus Joseph Abel IV. Alyssa Marie Andrade. Robert Alec Ball, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Ariel Ivy Benton, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Troy Wyckoff Bernier. Richard Broadhurst, also meets requirements for marketing. Ian William Bush. Andre Ricardo Carrera. Eric Oliver Clark, cum laude, also meets requirements for sociology. Kayla Donlevy Clary, cum laude. John Paul Collins. Natalie Alexina Converse, cum laude. David Michael Craig, cum laude. Julia Christian D'Souza. Vanessa Susan Eastward, also meets requirements for international business and economics. Sebastian Elkin. Zachary Douglas Esherick. Zachary James Fahmy. Emma Kusel Flaxman, cum laude. Joseph Peter Fontana, summa cum laude. Miranda Louise Fornaro. Robert Gosta Fox. Nell Elizabeth Gallagher, top honors. Richard Bernard Gruber. Michael Egan Goody, magna cum laude. Brody Robert Haley, Cheyenne Asia Hall, Holly Elizabeth Hall, Elizabeth Mackenzie Hampson, Ryan Hart, Brady Christopher Hartman, Colton Blair Hennessy, Sarah Madison Howard, also meets requirements for accounting, Ethan Samuel Johnson, Sarah Jane Jones, cum laude, Joseph Miles Keefe, Quentin Alexander Kessie, Christopher James Killian, Matthew Sandra Rock King, Christopher Stott Koval, cum laude, Tanner J. Lanning, cum laude, Casey Madison Lentz, Catherine Helen Lynn, cum laude, Carter M. Love, Drew Bernard Mounts, Michael Alton McCombs, John O'Hagan Murphy, Preston Rutledge Murphy, Nathaniel Robert Murray, Spencer Beck Norton, also meets requirements for commercial real estate finance, Thomas Ronald Olson, Tyler Diego Owens, Marissa Ann Paglio, Caitlin Elizabeth Parker, summa cum laude, Stephen Corbett Percy, Catherine Jean Perkner, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for hospitality and tourism management. Stefano Pechera Lorette de Mola, Mitchell Brian Poe Jr., Ian Andrew Porter, Emily E. Reese, Timothy Andrews Reitman, Richard Evan Roth Jr., Courtney Alexis Saltzman, Soraya Sartipi, Andrew Robert Sheeran, also meets requirements for commercial real estate finance, Kevin Anthony Shields, Joshua Adler Smith, Andrew Michael Strauss, Olivia Lauren Talbot, John Philip Thompson, cum laude, also meets requirements for commercial real estate finance. Caitlin Christina Tucker Vargas, Branford McNeil Turner, Ian Armando Villar, Colin Patrick Warner, Jordan Scott Watson, magna cum laude, Charles Ashton Way, Zachary Scott Woolman. For the bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism management, joining us will be Professor Brumby McLeod, representing the department. Zoe Gabrielle Atkins also meets requirements for Bachelor for Business Administration. Kaylee Schaefer Beach, cum laude, also meets requirements for Business Administration. Madeline Marie Bell, Alexis Catherine Bennett, Gabriella Brianna Bennett, Lauren Alexis Brown, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for Business Administration. Caroline Ann Buckley also meets requirements for Business Administration. Dylan Burnley Carpenter, magna cum laude. Po Sim Chong. Brittany Clark also meets requirements for Business Administration. Charlotte Alexandra Clayson also meets requirements for Business Administration. Jason Michael Creever. Denise Elizabeth Dentino, cum laude, also meets requirements for Business Administration. Haley Orion Disher also meets requirements for Business Administration. Rachel Nicole Doors also meets requirements for Business Administration. Laura Elizabeth Edwards. Hayden Elizabeth Fairfax. Grace Elizabeth Finley, cum laude, also meets requirements for Business Administration. Bradley James Frank. Megan Jenna Frederick, cum laude. Sydney Lee Friedman. Hunter Gaffney also meets requirements for Business Administration. Jackson Henry Gallagher also meets requirements for Business Administration. Sarah Beth Garcia. Alexandra Ann Garland. Elizabeth Grace Gary. Kate Gwendolyn Glass. Sarah Elizabeth Gooding also meets requirements for Business Administration. Lauren McRain Gold. Brianna Christine Huffey also meets requirements for Business Administration. Mary Copeland Heath also meets requirements for Business Administration. Crystal Renee Erla Hodge also meets requirements for Business Administration. Austin Norbert Hopshaw also meets requirements for Business Administration. Sana Hussein also meets requirements for Business Administration. Taylor Alexis Jacobs. Madison McCann Johnson also meets requirements for Business Administration. Crew Dundon Kasurik, cum laude. Kayla LaCosta also meets requirements for business administration. Kylie Michelle Leach also meets requirements for business administration. Ashley Susan Leggett also meets requirements for business administration. Devin Lane Lutrario also meets requirements for business administration. Melissa Ann Mann also meets requirements for business administration. Madison Ann Martin also meets requirements for business administration. Brianna Nicole Mara. Catherine Adelaide McAllister. Kelly Elizabeth McCool. Alexandra Rose McGrath. Laura Frances McIlvain also meets requirements for business administration and the Honors College. Martha Baldridge McMacken. Emma Nicole Milano, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the business administration. Bram Clayton Moncure. Christina Elizabeth Moss. Mary Hannah Newsom. Allison Robin Nisbet also meets requirements for the business administration. Bhavin Patel. Harsh Patel, cum laude, also meets requirements for the business administration. Rihanna Morgan Pearsall also meets requirements for the business administration. Taylor Michelle Ratley. Gina Lee Romanelli. Shannon Nicole Ross also meets requirements for business administration. Christopher Patrick Ryan. Amanda Elizabeth Shaw also meets requirements for business administration. Josh Sawyer. Matthew Hunter Sharon. Marley E. Smith. Megan Porter Snooks. Reagan Nicole Sabul, cum laude, also meets requirements for the business administration. Rio Speller Drews, cum laude, also meets requirements for business administration. Dakota Marie Steiner, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for business administration. Savannah Rain Stubbs. Megan Elizabeth Sudek also meets requirements for business administration. Jayla D. Thompson also meets requirements for business administration. Kelly Gallagher Travers, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Vasily Solias. Elizabeth Ann Barnes also meets requirements for the business administration. Nora Marie Williams. Olivia Ryan Zanone also meets requirements for business administration. For the bachelor's degree in international business, joining us will be Professor Renee Mueller, representing the department. Michelle Elizabeth Allen. Leland Douglas David Archer. Nicholas Ryan Baker. Marissa Lee Bamonte. Charlie Teresa Caldwell. Joshua Calvert, cum laude. Christian Ponce Conati, cum laude, also meets requirements for Spanish. Jason Keith Dalrymple. Lavik Delaby. Juliana Ruth Despiero. Holly Ella Duterman. Kelsey Elizabeth Dyer. Anna Claire Ernest. Grace Irene Finley. Melissa Iridian Galindo also meets requirements for Spanish. Oliver O. Harris. Samantha Jo Hudd, cum laude. Daniel Chase Alderman Horton. Hannah Maria Heisenga. Carolyn Nicole Keelan. Ashley Hebra Lunch. Stephen James Truchan Lakari. Brandon Gregory Massey. Kayla Brian Mayfield. Alexander Jason Miller. Paige Catherine Mitchell. Amanda Nicole Nesta. Amy Lynn Noon. Helen Elizabeth Nikosh, summa cum laude. Alyssa Marie Paramo. Annie Paulson. Summer Lynn Peterman, cum laude. Carolyn Michelle Potter. Jacob Calder Sanders. Shervin Saruf. Esperanza Sierra. Marissa Smalltowns. Jack Robert Thompson. Claire Marie Tompkins. Ethan Joseph Fitzenza. Larson James Wallace. Annie Marcella Watson. Emilia Holland Willis. Abigail Megan Zarowski, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for German. For the bachelor's degree in marketing, Grace Elizabeth Adam. Peter Colton Alberti. Brittany Elizabeth Andrews, Edward Hayward Benton, Bodine Berger, Mary Catherine Bowers, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Aquila Olivia Brown, David Newman Bulmer, Connor Russell Burnham, Kelsey Taylor Butcher, Christopher Blake Butler, Kaylin May Campbell, Daniel Charlip, Claire Elizabeth Colley, Emma Louise Sitanovich, magna cum laude, Sarah Lynn Day, Lauren Deaton, Eli Hamilton Dent, cum laude, Griffin James Dugan, cum laude, Alexandra Catherine DuPont, Dylan Marissa Elliott, Jane Fedderson, cum laude, Kara Sybil Feringer, Morgan Dawn Gogler, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kelly Morgan Golliker, Janine Nicole Goodall, Caroline Nicole Graham, William Ogier Hanahan IV, Catherine Grace Hanna, summa cum laude, Richard Clark Harton II, cum laude, Christina Aaron Hayden, Jack Emery Held, Julia Rose Hudak, Brianna Jones, Brittany Jones, Christian Paul Jones, Kimberly Marie Castor, Amanda Taylor Kaiser, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Ashley Arnita Janelle King, Ethan Alexander Knight, Laura Elena Kuroki, also meets requirements for the Honors College, Arts Management, Marissa May Lee, Haley Grace Linehan, Corey Mariah Lobel, Catherine Ann Matheson, cum laude, Ryan Thomas McMahon, Tilly Milburn, Brianna Elizabeth Moreno, Holly Ann Morris, Piper Ellen Norris, Paige Elizabeth Pacifico, Connor Thomas Panzer, Oliver Dixon Penegar, Catherine McCarthy Penwell, magna cum laude, Alexis Ray Petrosky, Miranda Lee Phillips, Leanne Virginia Purcell, Erica Jane Reynolds, Thomas Daniel Richter, Nicholas Field Sari, Chandler Tate Saunders, Simone Christina Skenga, cum laude, Megan Rose Schlernitzer, Catherine Elizabeth Schmidt, cum laude, Brooke Lee Simmons, Christy Lee Smith, Harunan Tanaka, cum laude, Emily Sylvette Tiet, Sandra Lena Truckle, Ni Hong Ivo, cum laude, Shannon Elizabeth Walsh, Tracy Jane Webster, Victoria Grace Wilkinson, Anne-Marie Wooten, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in supply chain management, joining us will be Professor Chris Starr, Associate Chair of the Department. Heather Bodin also meets requirements for the honors for the international business. Stephen Durso Chesson, Ian Donnelly Clark, Angelica Marie Gonzalez, cum laude. Landon Ray Grubb, Michael James Guariello, Nicholas R. Harris, Logan Wesley Higgins also meets requirements for marketing. Maxwell Emery Huffman, Logan DeBose McRae, Caroline Allison Moroney, Melissa Raymond, Anna Elizabeth Whitaker, cum laude, Brendan Woods. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Sciences and Mathematics will be Dean Michael Auerbach. Oh, that's you.
For the bachelor's degree in astronomy, joining us will be Professor Narayanan Kuthurumal, Chair of the Department. For the bachelor's degree in astrophysics, Michaela Lynn Conahan. Manuel Hernando Canas also meets requirements for physics. Eliana Rose Crowder, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics and mathematics. Stanley Ketron McAfee IV, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for physics and the Honors College. Wendell Van Robertson Jr. also meets requirements for physics. Lucas Morse Zaleski, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in biology, joining us will be Professor Seth Pritchard, Chair of the Department. Heba Abdel Abdin. Chad Van Buren Adams, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Alexandria McKinley Ainsworth, cum laude. Hunter Danielle Arnold. Caroline Elizabeth Atkins, cum laude. Nicholas Gilles Aube. Josh Patricia Alba Balmediano, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. James David Barton Souza, summa cum laude. Tyler Dale Bechtel, cum laude. Haley M. Bell. Chelsea Mina Berry. Mia Cara Blunt. Second Lieutenant Nicole Marie Brogan. Henry Jackson Broom. Catherine Ann Bruce. Letitia Zaire Carpenter, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology. Alexandra Elizabeth Carroll. Jordan Scott Carter, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emily Kathleen Clark, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. John Peter Clatterbuck. Monica Elizabeth Connolly also meets requirements for psychology. Brittany Victoria Craig. Taylor Ray Crawford. Christopher Mark Croteau. Sarah Marie Davidson. Amber Yvonne Eddie Dorn. Victoria Elizabeth Edmond, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Catherine Joan Epley. Garrett Amato Farrow. Susan A. Feldman. Connor Rawlings Fordham. Caitlin May Fox. Drew Emily Friedman. Sean William Fry. Paloma Maria Gallagher. Caroline Rose Gilmer, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Bria Ashlea Gore. Dylan Matthew Graham. Brendan A. Green, cum laude. Matthew David Hayek. Brianna Oskelin Harmon also meets requirements for psychology. Cassidy J. Hills, cum laude. Ashton Joy Lynn Hipkins. Lauren Ruth Hallman, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Hannah Janine Holmes. Michelle Huang, magna cum laude. Matthew Hudson. Penny Lane Hupsch. Erin Simone Hind, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Logan Samuel Johnson. Connor Hamilton Johnston. Benjamin Nathaniel Kane. James Kirk Sheridan Kessler. Riley Brielle Kilpatrick, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for international studies and the Honors College. Haley Brooke Kinsland. Allie Nicole Kukla. Allison Rose Kurtz, cum laude. Ronald Brett Lamb. Michelle Marie Lassen, cum laude. Cara Marie Lavecchia. Taylor LaDon Lehman. Brooke Elizabeth Lindell. Charmaine Littlejohn. Tanner Michael Malkazian. Katrina Raquel Mangashiarina, cum laude. Mangiarashina, cum laude. Paula Martin. Jarrett Olivia McCrae. Victoria Jane McElwain also meets requirements for the Honors College. James Connor McGivern, cum laude. Nicole Renee McKenzie, cum laude. Zoe Lydell McTeer. Waverly Ann Mendoza Walthall. Claudio L. Middo. Melissa Aaron Moore, cum laude. Jessica Ray Moon. Corey Patrick Mortis, magna cum laude. Erica LaShawn Moses. Olivia Dolores Musselman, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jessa Marie Norton, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Alihan Asoilu. Angelina Nicole Ponella, cum laude. Margaret Ann Queen. Julie Rose Reguel, top honors, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Rachel Eileen Remsburg. Jared Charles Rice. Julie Elizabeth Robinson, magna cum laude. Alan James Romberg. Chad Taylor Ross. Hannah Marie Hilton Roger. Emily Virginia Sandifer, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Ryan Duquesne Santos. Emilia Pandosis, cum laude. Fad Surda. Michael Simonetti, cum laude. Nicholas Gray Sheely, cum laude. Karan Pranav Seth, cum laude. Caleb Mark Shields, cum laude. Allison Nora Skyko. Tanisha Dawn Smith, cum laude. Marisol Ashley Sullivan, cum laude. Coleman Ray Southard. Alexis Katrina Story. Caitlin Nicole Tracy, magna cum laude. Morgan Catherine Troiano, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Miranda Rose Van Dingsty, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Vigu. Maggie Helen Wasak, magna cum laude. Darby McKenna Watkins. Abigail Elizabeth White. Casey Lee White. Hannah Elizabeth Williams. Victoria Elizabeth Williams. Rue Elizabeth Williams McClure. Colby James Williamson, cum laude. Shakira Imani Williamson. Michaela Allen York, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tina Amy Zhu. For the bachelor's degree in biochemistry, joining us will be Professor Pamela Riggs-Galasco, chair of the department. Paige Charlotte Madeline Brazil. Jonathan Paul Derryberry, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sloan Lindsay English, cum laude. Alec Marcus Esper, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. John Ansel McFadden also meets requirements for the Honors College. John Randolph Sabater Reverell. Alexandra Corin Schwartz, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Thomas Anthony Valvano, chemistry. Oh, okay. Carrie Rose Wischusen, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Okay, now for the bachelor's degree in chemistry, Evan Parker Bailey, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Brittany Airlius Brenton. Catherine Hope Dadman, cum laude, also meets requirements for French and Francophone studies and the Honors College. Erin Christina Day, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Sandrika Goins, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Cecilia May Hendy, cum laude. Jenna Amanda Hall, cum laude. Alyssa Miranda Johnson, summa cum laude. Greer Maximilian Jones. Natalie Ann Meeder. Colton Charles Miller. Alexandra Lynn Polchek. Savannah Marie Reeves, cum laude. Marnie Sarah Sapolsky, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kirsten Taylor Short. For the bachelor's degree in Computer Information Sciences, joining us will be Professor Sebastian Van Delden, chair of the department. Philip S.B. Bird, summa cum laude. Robert Todd Chernick, Jr. Douglas Arthur Corrigan, Jr. Eric Delp. Kenneth Carl Fuqua. Adam Thomas Lavelle. Kit Chi Long. Jasmine Mona Randolph. Timothy Koch Roof. For the bachelor's degree in Computer Science, Eduardo Rafael Abreu. Matthew Austin Adamson, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Joseph Ryan Ayers. John Michael Baldy. Matthew James Bell. Robert Drew Bigelow. Benjamin David Buckwalter. Miki Elise Burleson Sugimoto. Zachary Harrison Kaufman. Elena Victoria Cole, summa cum laude, also meets the requirements for the Honors College. Emily Anders Coleman, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Gabrielle Elizabeth Cozart, cum laude. Austin Crawford. Mr. Crawford is receiving a certificate in computer science. Zachary James Cuomo. Aaron Michael Eskew. Savannah Marie Floyd also meets the requirements for computing in the arts. Kyle Douglas Glick, summa cum laude. Noah Ryan Griffin. Ethan Taylor Hendricks. Joshua Robert Jetty. Patrick McCrae Knight. Megan Dale Landau, cum laude. Maz Buchanan Little, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jasmine D. May. Patrick Scott McCardle. Tristan Alexander McCarty, summa cum laude. Andrew Nicholas Miller. Benjamin Ralph Muldrow. Tyler Patrick Newman, cum laude. Omer Ramadan Omer. Cass Donovan Outlaw. Hitarth Kamlesh Patel. Ricky Sanchez Ramos, summa cum laude. Matendo Rugema. Matthew Bradley Schwartz, magna cum laude. Bailey Christian Sims also meets requirements for computing in the arts and the Honors College. Julian Lewis Smith. Charles Evan Summer. Brian Michael Steele. James Peter Thurlow. Jace White. Colton Charles Williams. Philip Marshall Wilson Jr. Samantha Ashton Word, summa cum laude. Alexander Thomas Ray. For the bachelor's degree in Computing in the Arts, Mitchell Paul Boyer. Maya Elizabeth Bundy, summa cum laude. Chase Christian Bayunas. Julie Hui Chia. Bobby Joe Grace Culbertson. Madison Maylee Maniachi, also meets requirements for dance. Curtis Marshall Motes, summa cum laude. Rachel Allison Steele. Jesse T. Taylor. Ron Austin Taylor, cum laude. Courtney Ray Young. For the bachelor's degree in data science, Catherine Hain Balsowitz, cum laude, also meets requirements for mathematics. Alex John Jarocco. Jamie Alexander Gilchrist. Rachel Ann McNeely, magna cum laude. Ekaterina Mitskorova. Neil Patrick Sakash. Jasmine Antoinette Smallwood. For the bachelor's degree in geology, joining us will be Professor Timothy Callahan, chair of the department. Sophie Lee Alpert, cum laude. Caroline Patricia Bradley. Caroline M. Cohn. Taylor Alexandra Cronin. Jordan Marissa Davis, cum laude. Jonathan Clayton Dixon. Katerina Heidi Gates. Victoria Marie Guito. James Ryan Hazy, cum laude. Jessica Kendall Hendricks. Luke Marlowe Holohan also meets requirements for German. Timothy William Howard, cum laude. Iveta Hristova. Ashley Nicole Kirker, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Andrew Francis Kopczynski. Hugh Robert Lincoln. Margaret Elizabeth Mock, magna cum laude. Michaela Ray Miller. Hannah Mintz. Sky Alexis Centura Pelucia, magna cum laude. Michael Stephen Phillips. Mary Hastings Puckett also meets requirements for the Honors College. Eva Nelia Rentz. Peyton Claire Sarko. Lauren Elizabeth Seltsam. Nicole George Shaheen, magna cum laude. Jennifer Soto Perez, cum laude. Tyler Andrew Tesh. William Woody Thomas. Grant Bradford Thompson Jr. also meets requirements for biology. Merrill Tracy. Ashley Elizabeth Turner also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lance Edward Wachter. Shannon Lynn Whitehead. Lauren Adelaide Zentner also meets requirements for marine biology. For the bachelor's degree in marine biology, rejoining us will be Professor Seth Pritchard, chair of the department. Peter Burke Anderson. Catherine Ann Cunningham. Kimberly Gladys Darville, summa cum laude. Olivia Jean Drebiak, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Christian Blake Duncan, cum laude. James Cade Ford. Allison Lee Gaffney, cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology and the Honors College. Destiny Vernice Green. Anna Louise Harwood. Victoria Madison Herndon. Kelsey Kathleen Hillman. Casey Amanda Hirschfeld, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jeremy David Jowers. Emily Brianna Lane Kennedy, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Evan Joseph Kern. Alan Chance Keys. Abigail Kathleen Malcolm, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Madison Rosemary Martin. Kirk Aubrey McIntosh also meets requirements for the Honors College. Samantha Ann Najarian. James Frederick Pila, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Mary Page Pilkington, cum laude. Thomas Godfrey Pittman. Manuel Portela also meets requirements for Spanish. Cody Anthony Reb. Gregory Keith Rothman. Kimberly Sue Schmutz. Brian Austin Shaw. Jake Robert Sherry. For the bachelor's degree in mathematics, joining us will be Professor Robert Mignon, chair of the department. Ni Thi Vi Duong, summa cum laude. Adisha Quanisha Isian. Patrick Samuel Ging also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Naomi Evangeline Hillegas. Caitlin Hope Honeycutt, cum laude, also meets requirements for physics. Isabel Catherine Johnson, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Riley Knudsen. Thi Than Loom, cum laude. Mawish Mona Rana. Daniel Alexander Rich. Aurel Renzo Robino. Joshua Beckett Sulek. Hannah Marie Swinbank, cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Mary Elizabeth Ward also meets requirements for economics. Spencer Bryce Wilder, magna cum laude. Zechariah Joseph Warzilla, cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. For the bachelor's degree in meteorology, joining us will be Professor Narayan Kutharumal, chair of the department. Today's graduates are the first for this program. Kirsten Alexandria Broussard also meets requirements for physics. Aaron Moore Newhauser also meets requirements for physics. For the bachelor's degree in physics, Tristan James Aft, cum laude, also meets requirements for mathematics. Dave Isaiah Austin. Sam Mackenzie Blesser, cum laude. Kensley Diane Burris. Jeremy Jones also meets requirements for astrophysics. Jacob Ryan Mark. Monica Suzanne Mullis also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lindsay Sarah Passarella also meets requirements for meteorology. Catherine Emily Serpanos also meets requirements for astrophysics. Gabrielle Pearson Seymour, cum laude.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please stand? By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science is earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Yeah. Graduates, as you know, you didn't do this alone. Your degree is not an individual effort. I'd like to recognize your mentors, the faculty members who led you in lectures and group discussions and laboratory work. Please join me in thanking your professors for their expert teaching and their dedication to your education, both inside and outside the classroom. Your degree also represents years of preparation, a time that stretches back decades. Your family, your friends, and your loved ones moved the world to get you right here. And while you may never know all of their sacrifices, You do know their never-ending support and encouragement. This is their special moment as well. Members of the class of 2018, let's give your family, friends, and loved ones a great round of applause. Now, as alumni of the College of Charleston, you join an amazing circle of men and women, including our commencement speaker you heard today, who are dedicated to making a difference. And we define difference in 1,000 different ways. You will meet alumni throughout your life's travels. Now, let the alumni here today give you that first of many encounters. Will all of the alumni of the College of Charleston on stage and in the audience please rise and welcome our fellow alumni. You may be seated. You are now an heir of this great and timeless institution. Thus, it is like the alumni before you to honor it by your performance in life and by your continued engagement with the College of Charleston. We do this by volunteering, by mentoring, by making gifts to the College of Charleston. Our continued engagement is the best proof that the college's opportunities and impact are boundless. In short, remember this quote on life that is widely attributed to Sir Winston Churchill. It's one of the most beautiful quotes. You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. I encourage you, the class of 2018, to return here as often as you can. This will always be your home, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you pursue. The College of Charleston is now part of your DNA. We are proud to welcome you into our widening alumni circle. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me one last time in congratulating the class of 2018. Graduates, once again, congratulations. Now, walk proudly through Porter's Lodge as heirs of the College of Charleston.